everybody, showing us how we can take the latest acrylic furniture trend and DIY it for our own living rooms. As long as we can say it.
As long as you can say it. Furniture
Once
trend.
we first say it, now we can do it. Orly, you're here.
Yes.
Take us through it.
I'm really, really excited. So this is a huge trend in home decor, and I think it's a little bit of the resurgence of mid-century modern coming back. It's also, you know, our space can get really cluttered. We have a lot of things. There's sentimental things, organizational things. Having something clear, it's so functional because it lets your eye continue to wander through the room. It looks expensive and cool, but it's actually functional because it's light. It keeps a light and bright quality to your room.
That's a great point.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, this DIY is a lot of bang for the buck. Pardon the pun there.
It really is.
You started earlier.
Yeah.
Take us through how we get going on that.
Yeah, it's very simple. So this is a tray that I got at the Container Store. It's just an acrylic serving tray.
Amazing.
And you want to put it right side up just to mark where your legs are going to go. You see that's a 1/4 inch thickness on the tray, and that 1/4 inch is going to push our legs in 1/4 inch from the edge, which is exactly what we want, so that from the side you don't actually see the hardware sticking out the side. So I've just taken a Sharpie and I've marked where my legs are going to go, and now I'm going to take my drill and I'm drilling through it. Now when you drill acrylic, you want to start off kind of slow and slowly go faster and faster and faster as you go.
Otherwise it cracks.
Otherwise it can crack, exactly. And it's also really important that the tray is only just as far off the table as is needed. You don't want to push it off because you don't want to be pushing too hard. So you can see I've already put these 3 legs on, and you can see the holes from the one that I did in the pre-tape is right here. So what you want to do is take your legs and we're going to line it up. And obviously, because we marked it, they line up just perfectly. So make sure you take a second so that they're all lined up. And now we're going to slide this down a little so I have access.
So you can work underneath.
Yep.
And also, there's that little space between the bracket of the legs and the edge, so that it's
set in just perfectly. So I just want to show here, we've got a bolt, and I decided to match my legs. So I've got gold bolt. And this right here is a decorative washer. It's going to create a really nice, clean finish on the top side, which is obviously what we're going to see. So you push it through, and then you just take a nut and tighten it around. This you can do with your hand in the beginning, and then once everything is on, then you're going to want to go in there with probably like either pliers or to really get in there and tighten it because this is what's holding it all into place.
There you go. I like the teamwork that we've.
Yeah, this is nice.
You know what I mean, right?
Nice.
See, I feel like I'm really helping out. Now, what if you don't want to use or you can't find these really, I think, very stylish gold hairpin legs? Like, what other types or styles of legs do you think would look good for this trend?
So there's so many. I mean, this is the thing. I really love the mid-century modern look of this particular table, which is why I went for the hairpin legs.
Yeah.
Now, I was able to find these on Amazon, so they are readily available in all different colors, but you can take a look to find any legs that fit with the style of your decor. If you just like the clear acrylic table, but not so much mid-century modern, you could do different types of legs. You just want to see what's available at your hardware store, online.
And I really think like a little bit of contrast with the acrylic would look cool too. You could really mix it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Now, what about height? If we're looking for the right height of the legs, depending on where we're putting it with the sofas and things, or you're going to start styling, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm going to style while I'm talking. So I'm just going to stack some books. Now, I would say generally 22 inches to 30 inches is standard height for like an end table. What you could do is if you have a very low profile couch, you can measure the height of the armrest and kind of try to find legs that fit that style.
Fit that style.
Yeah, but really what we're going to do here now is I'm just going to grab a couple things. You want to create height when you're sort of styling your end table, different height. I'm going to put coasters here, and you really want to just create a little bit of balance.
It looks so good. I got to say this. I've been in some pretty upscale, some nice hotels on occasion when I spoil myself, and they have bedside tables that look similar to this. Like you could use it as an end table or a bedside table. I mean, this is so great.
Also, even if you just imagine like sliding that up to a window, you could use that as like a little bar. Like an old Mad Men style, like bar. I know, it's really cool.
Visualize that right now. I know what we're getting to now.
Yes.
In case we want to add a little bit of glamour.
Yes, so this is the thing. I am really, really in love with how it looks with the hardware coming through it. I think that it looks really expensive, really cool, industrial. You can see the inner workings of it. But if you don't, or let's say maybe the backside of your legs aren't all that pretty, a really cool option would be gold foiling just on the edges. So what I'm going to do is I'm using a little bit of Mod Podge. Sometimes when you buy gold foil, it will actually come with its own adhesive. So just use whatever, if it comes with it, use it. If not, Mod Podge totally works. So I'm going to do a light coat. And basically what I would do is add a little coat where the legs are going to shine through. And we're going to go like this. And now the gold foil comes like this on these really cool sheets.
This is a great idea, though. Again, if you don't like that industrial kind of look.
Yeah, exactly.
This is such a great scent.
So look, and it's a really satisfying process. So I'm going to lay it down.
Yeah, get it.
And look at it, like sucks it on. How much fun is that? It's really cool. And then you can kind of just dab it in with your finger. And what's fun about the gold foiling is that anything that's not that has no Mod Podge or sealer underneath it will brush right away. So like I can leave this. This is all just going to come off because it's not glued down at all.
And that kind of antiqued or imperfectness of that look kind of creates that natural kind of feel to it, which I really like.
Exactly. So once you're done and it dries, then you do a little layer of Mod Podge on top of it. Make sure that it's dry underneath, and then that's it. You can keep the clear on the center. That way you still have the look of the clear acrylic table, but you've got a little gold foiling all along those edges. If you don't like the look of the hardware.
Exactly right. But again, because of the transparent nature of this trend, you don't want to put too much on, right? Because then you're taking away from the whole essence of what we're trying to do here.
It looks like it's floating in the room. It's really expensive. This is one of those things I will tell you that I've had to like bat everyone. Everyone's like, are those going home with you? I'm like, get away from me. Those are mine. Like everyone's in love with them today, so it's always a really good sign.
This is really like, I mean, we always try to do DIYs to save some money at home for sure, but these are saving a lot of money. These tables will cost you an arm and a leg in one of these trendy stores out there. So great job.
They're very, very expensive.
I love it. I love it. Make sure you
Thanks for your help.
You're welcome. I feel very handy. HallmarkChannel.com. The full instructions are right there, so you can DIY your own acrylic table very easily, just like Orly and I did. Now, up next, Debbie is hanging out with one of our favorites. Hey, Deb.
Yeah, you all, we have been having a really great time out here catching up, haven't we, Rick, about all things Rick Fox and what's happening in his life with his shows and his daughter, and some really exciting news about the 2020 Olympics that you're not going to want to miss. Come on back, everybody.